Anything proves I live the same kind of life you all do, other than a wife and a kids and a family. This would certainly do it. I probably shouldn't be making this video, but at least I'm brutally honest in it. I kind of don't know what to do. I lead a simple life. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't do drugs, I don't get in trouble with the law. You know, I pay my taxes, which I wish I didn't have to, and my property taxes. And I never go anywhere. I never go to bars because I don't drink. I lead a simple life. And you know, last night I thought, because there's equal and opposite reaction to everything. I got 3 orders, one for an alligator belt, which is the last alligator belt I can make since I'm out of alligator, and a couple micro wallets. Like, well, this is good. This will give me some money for bills next month because I've already paid all my bills this month. And I've got $4,700 to my name, $4,700, which is all I have. I'm paying property taxes. I guess I want to sell an acre of my farm that's right on the road, like 1 good acre. If anybody's interested, I've had hundreds of people ask me if I ever want to sell some land on my farm or somewhere to camp out. Anybody want like camping rights? Maybe I could sell like not ownership, but like permanent retreat to my land if like the poo were ever to hit the fan. Here's what happened. I was on my phone with my buddy Tom. Here's the original story. I shouldn't be making this video, but I'm going to make it anyway. And I haven't had a credit card in years. I don't believe in credit cards. This was my wife's, but I signed it up for her. We both had the same card. Both had the same card. They're both the same number, as I recall. Of course, my wife is gone. I've always ignored anything that was addressed to my wife since my wife is dead. But anyway, since I think I was the primary on it for signing up, so we both had the same card, the same number. I thought it was hers, but I guess it wasn't. I got stuff, anything that was addressed to Denise Anderson, my wife, I threw away. I didn't want to see any of the depressing stuff associated with my wife because she's gone. So anyway, I get a knock at the door about 3 o'clock today. There's a sheriff's office. Mrs. Me leading a straight-edge, clean, simple life. And they served me with this. I'm going to leave my address out right here. Civil summons from Cavalry. It turns out the money that was owed, which was like $4,600, $4,600, it increased due to interest, and I always threw away stuff addressed to my wife. Maybe I should have opened it, but my wife always got a lot of stuff via the mail. So anyway, the Sheriff's Department knocked on my door, says you got 20 days to respond. Legal attorney, plaintiff Lloyd McDaniel, you have 20 days to respond, or a judgment, default judgment's going to be placed against you. Actually, when my buddy was on the phone, the sheriff was like a short, fat guy with a mustache, a real sheriff, pounding on the door like crazy. Like, you know, I was wearing a tank top and underwear, but it was like I had to get my shorts on. You don't want to answer the door in your underwear. And I said, what is this, you know? Because I'm never in trouble with the law, and I'm not in trouble with, I mean, this isn't trouble in the law. So why is there a sheriff pounding on my door? So I've got $4,700 in my name, but I got 20 days to, and I know I guess I could call and try to talk it down. I don't know how useful that will be. Yeah, Cavalry Portfolio, CPV, SPV, excuse me. Anyway, a lot of garbage. This really belonged to my wife. So yeah, it's just kind of ironic. Every time I feel like I'm getting just that much ahead, and when I thought I was getting that much ahead, it's where I sold 600. It was just like a burst. Leather orders have basically dried up the past couple of months because everybody's broke, including me. You know, the harder you work, the less you make. I mean, I'm in the same boat that you're in, okay? I get Actually, the only thing that ticks me off, and I don't really get ticked off, is that people think that I'm living the high life or something. I don't know why people think that. Um, there's a couple people that visit my house where they're like, "Yeah, this guy's not living the high life." I wish I had them here to say that. So I guess if anybody wants to buy 1 acre of land from me, I don't know where to come up with the money. I guess I could almost pay this off in full if I can't talk it down, but that would take absolutely every penny that I got. Fayette Circuit Court. It is just this. The world is just so sick and evil. I work 7 days a week. I don't live any kind of extravagant life, and yet I have to put up with crap like this. This really belonged to my wife. I have to be totally honest and say that I probably owe about $1,200 on this originally, but I thought my wife was the primary on this, but I think that I also too was actually really the primary, and that because my wife loved outdoor clothing, and it's originally Capital One, which I've heard is extremely aggressive. I haven't had a credit card in years. The only thing I have is a debit card. I haven't had anything other than a debit card for years and years and years. Anyway, it was sold off and then sold off again, which I've heard of that happening because I know a few things, believe it or not. But here's goes to prove that no good deed goes unpunished. If you lead a simple, clean life, someone is always going to try to stick it to you. And so I don't know what I'm going to do about this, but I'll sell an acre of land, or if anybody's interested in having a permanent poo hits the fan 1 acre to retreat to. I mean, you couldn't have the land, but you'd have legal rights that I would sign over to you to have in perpetuity access to the land. That's the only thing I could think of. Trying to think of what else I could sell other than land, because I don't own anything. I'm not going to take out a home loan because I don't believe in having a mortgage. I just really don't. I don't know. You tell me. I always read every comment, so. To be honest, I had a lot of PTSD taking care of my wife because she's like screaming every night for 10 years, dying of a giant brain tumor. I thought I'd play Superman and take care of her because everybody that has a glioblastoma brain tumor only lives about 6 to 12 months. And I took really good care of her, apparently, which I'm not complaining about, although that might have extended her suffering, obviously so, which is horrible. But I actually am really good at handling stress. I just can't stand stuff like this. It just makes me ill. Why do I have to deal with this? It's just that's life. So I guess I'm selling an acre of land if anybody's interested. I don't have, what is it that I'm supposed to come up with immediately? $5,404.76. I love the last 3 lines of this. The evil entities that bought this. Interest thereon is 6% per annum from the date of judgment until the judgment is satisfied. Line 3, for the plaintiff's costs herein expended. Line 4, for any and all other relief to which the plaintiff may be entitled. Which is basically saying, we can make up anything until tell the court that you owe it to us. So this is what leading a simple, clean life will get you, which I do. Really kind of makes you want to move out into the countryside, change your name, and disappear. You still have to pay property taxes every year, of course, but man, it really makes you want to change your name and move out to the country, doesn't it? I don't know. You give me your advice. Anybody want to buy an acre of land? I'm not joking about that. I'm actually being serious. I probably shouldn't have made this video, but at least it goes to show you that I got the same everyday issues everybody else does. If anybody thinks I'm living the high life or something, you could not be more wrong. Oy. I felt so good last night because I sold a few pieces of leather goods. Like, well, this is good. I basically covered my bills for next month. Gas, water, electric, phone, cable, cell, and save towards car insurance, which everybody's got to pay car insurance if you want to have car insurance. It's by law you have to have car insurance. Like, okay, I've kind of made much of the bills for. It's like, oops, that's all gone. It's all gone. It just pisses me off. Everything is a scam. This whole world is nothing but a frigging trap. It's a trap squared, or a trap cubed, actually. Anyway, I shouldn't have said the last 5 minutes of this video, but at least I was honest about it. You tell me what you think. Anybody want to buy an acre of land? Why does it have to be this way? You know? I know why it actually has to be this way. I'm asking a rhetorical question that I know the answer to. Because I'm really smart. I know the answers to, the big questions. And you can have the answer. It's just still, knowing the answers to why fire is hot doesn't mean sticking your hand in it, it's going to keep you from getting burned. It's like, I know everything about fire. You stick your hand in it, you're still going to get burned. So that's just the nature of life. Oi, I should have stopped this video several minutes ago. Sorry about that. I apologize. I probably pissed some people off. Someone will be like, oh my god, I just wasted 10 minutes of my life watching this horrible video. I hate you. It's always something. Always something.